a nice scrap, that's for sure. There might be a few others down there. I'm literally just underarm casting it. You know I love my roach fishing, so there is big roach in here. And well, welcome to another Fishing Towel Films, and of course I'm not out by the river or the lakeside. That's to come. I'm planning my next trip, which will happen very, very soon. But when I'm not fishing, I'm either researching for new waters to fish, keeping up to date with water levels, going on the government site, checking that sort of thing. I like to be as much informed as I can if I'm going to a water that I've not fished for the very first time, or if I haven't fished for quite a time. And when I'm not doing that, fishing, and obviously I'm working, I have a full-time job, I kind of relax by looking at paintings and especially anything to do with fishing. And as you can see in the background, in my angler's den that I'm still in the middle of doing up to our, it's not anywhere near how I want it to be at the moment, and thought I'd just show you some of my favourite paintings and sketchings and stuff like prints, because I know there's a lot of anglers out there that also collect prints and paintings of fish and wonderful scenery, especially if there's a nice river flowing through. And although I can't claim to have drawn any of these, there is one print that I'm going to show you right at the end. I can take a little bit of credit for, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a short time. Now, as you would know by many of the videos on the Fishing Towel Films YouTube channel, I love fishing for perch. They're just a fish that fascinate me. The very first species of fish that I ever caught, which I've sort of mentioned on a couple of my videos when I was just 2 years old fishing with my dad. And so anything, when I see any prints or paintings of perch, I love to look at them. And this one I actually own it. This is by Woolnough. It's a pencil sketch. It's still got the sheen on it. I've not taken it off yet until I decide where on the wall I'm going to put it. But you can see there, brace of perch. This is called Perch on the Attack. And as you see, they're chasing some minnows, which is something that they love to do. And that's by Woolnough. And he goes on Etsy. He's got his own shop on there. And he goes under the name, it's all one word, it's Rob's Pencils Portraits. And they're very good. You can either buy them like this Grayling one there. You can either buy it in that format, or if you want it mounted, then for a couple of quid extra, you'll put them in a mount as well, and they'll get sent via, I think it's Royal Mail he sends them via. So absolutely wonderful. So much detail in there, and they're just fantastic. And staying on the theme of perch, this one is by David Miller, and this is an absolute incredible print there. And David Miller was, I know they don't do them anymore, I think this is the last year now, but on the fishing licenses, David Miller is the artist responsible for the fish that you see on your cards that you used to get. Like I say, are no longer, and that's a lovely sort of coloured print there of a nice perch. And he's done a few nice perch ones, and hopefully in time I'll get to add them to my collection. Now when I'm out and about fishing, especially on the rivers that I fish, there's one bird or two birds. One is the robin, and the other one is the kingfisher. They're my favourite birds, I must admit. And the kingfisher is in this beautiful print. Again, it's by David Miller. You can see there, I had to, when I saw this, I fell in love with it. I thought, I've got to have a print of that. And David has captured it wonderfully well there, with say the kingfisher overlooking the lake on a cold winter's day. And that's one of my favourites, I must admit. The beautiful kingfisher. Love to see him darting around by the riverbank. You just see this blue flash just appear and shoot off into the distance. They never seem to hang around. They're always working the river, and all of a sudden you'll see them plop in and come straight back out with a little tiny fish in their mouth. Fantastic. They're probably one of the best fisher birds about. I love it. Let's put that perch portrait there, and you had a little glimpse of this one a little bit earlier. This is another pencil sketching by Woolnough, and this is the beautiful Lady of the Stream, the grayling leaping out the water, chasing a fly, looking for its meal. Beautiful design, and these are all marked, all numbered. You get a certificate of authenticity with these as well, and just being careful not to get any dirty fingerprints on them, so I don't want to spoil them before I put them up on the wall in my angler's den. And then another one that caught my eye was this fantastic. See a trickle of maggots coming down there, and a brace of dace in the stream of weed. We find these in sort of shallow, far shallow waters, like the grayling, and then they are feeding on some loose fed maggots there. Again numbered by Robin, and I'll put the links underneath this video in case you want to purchase any yourself. I think these are like £9.99, which is really good, and they look great in your study, in your hallway, in your little fishing tackle shed. In my case it'll be this angler's den. And then another one I got, which I absolutely love, this one. I love the shading on this by Woolnough, and this is the barbel, the beautiful barbel. I think they call it the prince of the stream, the barbel. And again, certificate of authenticity with all the prints, and you want to check him out on Etsy. Fantastic stuff. So much detail and shading in there. The wonderful barbel. Well, another one of my favourites that I've just recently acquired. This is mounted again by Rob's Pencil Portraits on Etsy. Is the beautiful brace of perch there. This one is actually called Big Roach on the feed, and look at the detail in there, absolutely beautiful, and they'll look great on your wall, won't they? I think this one with being mounted was probably £12–13. That's really good value. Again, a little certificate of authenticity. They're numbered. This one is actually 27 of 100, so there's only going to be 100 of these. So if you want one, get in quick. Fantastic stuff. Now the final print I want to show you is something that is a little bit of a backstory to this one, and this is just actually arrived today, a bit earlier, and this is an absolutely beautiful print of a painting that David Cowdry painted, and he very kindly sent me this in the post by Royal Mail. Turned up, like I said, a couple of hours ago, and he's marked it up as fishing in winter on a frosty morning. Now I can claim a little bit of credit to this one, because back in 2016 I was fishing with a couple of mates of mine, Duncan and Ian, on the River Eden near Chiddingstone, which is like a little club stretch. Some of you may know it very well. And there's actually Duncan there in the photo. See the fishing rod in his hand. And we were fishing away, and I was catching lots of little perch. I was sort of fishing just tucked around in a deep hole, and then the sun come out behind, and it just cast an amazing sort of scenery setting. And I had my Nikon camera with me, and I'm always snapping away taking photos. If I see something nice, bit of a pink sunset, or the sky just looks amazing, you see some amazing sights when you're about, especially in winter with all the silhouettes and everything. So I took a photo, and because I just thought, wow, that looks absolutely brilliant. Excuse me, I think there's a dog barking outside. And anyway, I'll carry on. And you see there where it's all frosty and everything, and that sort of posted it up on my Facebook page, and every now and then you get a Facebook memory and I'll repeat it. And then David had connected up with me. He's been watching some of the Fishing Tail Films videos, and then he messaged me and he said, I see you've got a really nice winter scene down on the river, a frosty sort of winter's day by the river. Can you tell me a little bit about it, and can I have your permission to paint it? And I said, well, you told him, sort of roughly when it was, where it was and all that. And I said, yeah, please, go ahead, it'd be great. He said, because he had an exhibition coming up in Wales. He comes from Wales. I think it was the Ivy House exhibition in Wales, and he wanted another sort of painting exercise to exhibit. And so, and this is the result of it. It's absolutely brilliant. And he said, I'll send you a print. And I said, yeah, that'd be great, thank you. And there it is. Like I say, I only arrived earlier today, and I absolutely love it. And that's going to go up somewhere nice. So it's actually nice to have a sort of painting done of a photograph that you took as well. So there's a little bit of a backstory to this one, and I hope that it comes out well. You can see it there. And while I'm talking, you've probably show you a clip of the actual photo I took off of me, which is sitting there on my computer. So there you go. I mean, my dad used to do lots of prints, and you'll probably see some of his paintings in here as well, and which are a lot nice. I mean, he used to love drawing in sort of pastels and stuff like that. So, and he was a very, very good artist. So you'll see some of my dad's paintings appear on the wall when I finally get my angler's den how I want it, because I'm going to be showing sort of like some of the rigs I use, because a lot of people, I do get a few messages from people, what sort of rigs, what sort of hooks are you using. So I thought, well, if I create this little den, I can show in more detail some of the rigs, terminal tackle, and I can sort of discuss in a bit more detail in a more relaxed, leisurely way, and hopefully that will complement some of the videos that's coming up soon on Fishing Tail Films. With regards to perch, people say, when's my next perch video? Well, historically I always like to although I've been fishing for the perch, but I tend to do best, I don't know why it is, maybe it's I feel more confident when I'm fishing for the perch, but normally January till mid-March. If we have a cold spring, then maybe creeping into April, in that period I tend to do more perch fishing, and I should be going into a lot of detail on kind of the floats that I use, because I've been using some of the brilliant floats by Andy Cowdry, black bottom floats, and he's just recently made me some big perch bobbers. I wanted some with a longer tip, so if I want to use a bigger bait, maybe a little live bait with a longer tip, they won't be pulling it under so much. It'll only go under when a big perch grabs hold of it. So and I'm going to be going down after Christmas Ranger time and go down to where Andy makes all his floats, so I'm really looking forward to that. So that'll be good. And I'll probably take my camera down with me and make a little film of my visit to the pleasuring shed, that's what he calls it, and yeah, it looks good, so I shall look forward to seeing that. So I thought I'd just show you some of the prints, and like I say, I'll put the links to the artists that are featured in this video, so that if you want to go off and order one, buy one yourself, or you may even have some of these, you probably have, and you can do so. And like I say, I'll be out fishing soon, and when I do, you'll see it on Fishing Tail Films. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel. It's always great, and give it a like, because it always helps YouTube to push the videos out there. I know I've said that a few times, but it really does. If there's not a lot of interaction, then they just don't recommend the videos, and my aim is trying to bring the beauty of fishing to YouTube. I know there's lots of anglers out there doing it. There's some great YouTube channels out there, there really is, and I just want to be one of them as well. So see you soon, and thanks for watching Fishing Tail Films. I'll see you again soon.